All right, what is going on, everybody? So today's video, breaking news video, is going to be about El Mayo, or El Mayo, I believe is how you pronounce it. He was recently arrested in Texas by the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency. I believe that's what it's called. If I don't, that's kind of embarrassing, but it's all good, no worries. So, yeah, today's video is going to be about the arrest of El Mayo. Or El Mayo. So if y'all don't know who that was, he was the co-founder of the Sinaloa Cartel. I'm sure you've heard the name before. The Sinaloa Cartel was also, the leader of it was El Chapo, who was arrested, I believe, about 5 or 6 years ago. And by the United States, he was extradited to the United States, arrested in Mexico, and he's being held in a maximum security prison in Colorado. So today we're going to talk about El Mayo, who was recently arrested in Texas. He was the co-founder. I believe he was around 76 years old. He's the co-founder of the Sinaloa Cartel, which the Sinaloa Cartel is one of the most deadly cartels in the world. They're responsible for roughly 80 to 85% of the narcotics and drugs that come into the United States of America and all around the world. So this guy, as you can assume, saw some serious money as the co-founder of the cartel, and he was recently arrested the other day. So they're saying right here now, I guess it's this is as of 3 hours ago, they're saying that he was kidnapped by El Chapo's son and taken to the U.S. So El Chapo's son was actually arrested with him in the United States of America. It was in Texas. They took a plane to Texas, and the DEA were responsible for arresting him. So let's bring up some pictures. So as you can see, this is him right here. He was 70 years of age, born January 1st, 1948. And he was the co-founder of the Sinaloa Cartel. So this is the plane that they're saying carried him here. This is, I guess, what he was looking like. He's looking like pretty washed up. This is when El Chapo got arrested right here. If you didn't know, El Chapo was the other founder / leader of the Sinaloa Cartel. He was arrested in 2017. He's being held at a Supermax in Colorado. So what's that Supermax called? Let's see what it's called. Supermax. ADX Florence. So I'll definitely make a video on ADX Florence as well. But that's where El Chapo is currently being held. I'm assuming that's where they're going to house Ismael El Mayo Zambada. So he was a pretty big league. He got arrested for racketeering, murder, possession of narcotics, pretty much, and the list goes on from there. So yeah, he was no joke. He got arrested roughly 2 days ago, I believe it was. Let's check that out. He was 76 years old, born in El Alamo, Mexico, and he recently was arrested. It was an unexpected arrest. It's looking like he was betrayed by El Chapo's son, which is very, very strange because I'm pretty sure they were working together. So to hear that he was betrayed by his partner in crime's son is a little bit strange. A little bit strange. I wonder if there was some sort of maybe conspiracy being held to try to get his dad free by doing something like this. Maybe it's some sort of jail escape or something. And yep, they're saying he flew into Texas, the co-founder of the Sinaloa Cartel. And yeah, he was arrested by the DEA here. It looks like this is the page. There was a reward for $15 million for him, right? Ismael Zambada Garcia, a.k.a. Mayo or El Mayo. This is him right here as a young gun. Looks like he was wanted for alleged federal drug violation, a RICO Act, which is racketeering, which if y'all don't know what racketeering is, that is a law that was passed and put into place back in, I believe, the 80s. Just want to double check that. But I know that it was placed for pretty much for the mob, pretty much for mob activity and stuff like that. Pretty much saying that if one person is arrested or one person's guilty, they could take down the entire mob, or they could take down the entire group of people, gang, whatever you'd like to call it. It was passed by Congress in 1970. So it's called the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. It's the primary law that criminalizes racketeering activities such as gangs and whatnot. So El Mayo got hit with the RICO, as they would say, as the youngins say nowadays. Conspiracy to possess controlled substance over 5 kilos, over 1,000 kilograms of marijuana. Conspiracy to import a controlled substance over 5 kilograms of cocaine and over 1,000 kilos of marijuana. Conspiracy to launder money. Conspiracy to possess firearms, violent crimes. Of course, you know how the cartel operates. They're no saints, as we'd say. So, murder while engaging in or working in furtherance of a continuing criminal organization. Engaging in a criminal organization, conspiracy to kill in a foreign country, kidnapping and aiding and abetting. So it's saying armed and dangerous. Looks like he was white. I don't know why it says white. He's Mexican, but yeah, sure. He's 5'9", 160, and he has been arrested. So this just happened a couple days ago. This is pretty big. Who knows what this means for the cartel? I'd assume they're definitely going to keep operating and whatnot, but I mean, this is one of their top founders. He was getting pretty old as well, but this is him right here. That was on the DEA's website. So he was a serious character right here. Serious guy. He was one of Mexico's most wanted criminals. At one point, he actually tried to pay off the Mexican government so he could live penalty-free in Mexico. So he was a pretty serious guy here, though. Co-founder of the Sinaloa Cartel. Once again, the Sinaloa Cartel is one of the most deadliest cartels, if not the deadliest. They're responsible for most of the drugs that come to America and are shipped and trafficked all around the world. So they're serious. They're no joke. And yeah, the co-founder has been arrested. So he's probably going to not get out anytime soon. So, yeah, that's serious, but that has happened a couple days ago. So, I just want to stop and let you guys know that El Mayo has been arrested. He is the co-founder of the Sinaloa Cartel, 76 years old. It's looking like El Chapo's son has lured him in and kind of set him up, and they both flew. If I'm not mistaken, I think El Chapo's son as well. They both flew into Texas, United States, and the DEA was kind of just waiting for them there, and they apprehended them, and now they're in prison, and they're not getting out. They're not going anywhere soon. So who knows if this is part of some sort of grand scheme to try to get El Chapo out. As y'all know, El Chapo, the other leader, has escaped prison a couple times. If y'all didn't know, this guy right here, he's escaped prison. He's a great guy, great human, but he's escaped prison a couple times. And, yeah, so who knows if this is part of a grand scheme to get him to escape again. But, we'll find out. We'll find that out in the future. But for now, El Mayo has been apprehended. He has been arrested in the United States, in Texas specifically. He was the co-founder of the Sinaloa Cartel. And we'll see what goes on after this. So thank you guys for tuning in. And I'll see you guys in a little bit for another video. Thank you.